support to save this nation.
World news, sport, news, programs. Follow us on social media platforms on Facebook at Aloore Radio, Twitter and Instagram at Aloore Radio. You can also on Aloore Radio. Make sure you on the notification bell so you know live. Aloore Radio, the voice of Oyo State.
Good afternoon. Wherever you're listening from, in your offices, homes, and even in traffic, you're welcome to the program Oju Inu Agba Oye at Aloore Radio. We are transmitting live from the GSM studios at the Ministry of Information, Culture and Tourism, Oyo State Secretariat, Agodi, Ibadan. You can reach us on Facebook at Aloore Radio and on YouTube at Aloore Radio, or call us on 0907 985 3731. I am Toluwanimi Shokumbi. Thanks for joining us on today's program. Our regular host, Prince Studio Dolade, is on an assignment for you listeners' sake. He will be on the program next week. Our guest today is a youth corps member who sponsored herself while in school through her skills and visual arts. This shows that there are opportunities to explore. If a young lady could send herself to school and even support her younger ones, you have no excuse not to be an asset to the society. Bill Gates says, if you are born poor, it is not your fault, but if you die poor, it is your fault. Our guest today, Miss Olalemi. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Nice to have you on the program, Oju Inu Agba Oye.
Thank you.
You are a corps member currently serving at Ibadan, am I correct?
Yes, please.
Okay, please. Where are you serving?
I'm currently serving with a company which is Abeni Print, textile company, and I'm one of their creative directors there.
Wow, that's impressive.
Thank you.
So far, what have you really engaged in the textile industry?
Due to my field, being an artist, I was able to come up with different ideas on how to move the company to a new level, like a new phase, doing better more than what they are doing at the moment.
Wow, that's good. Do you feel fulfilled working in that industry?
Yes, I do, because I see it as an avenue for me to learn more, to know more about even more than what I am doing at the moment.
Okay, you said in your word that you are an artist. What exactly do you do? Are you a visual artist or do you sing? Are you a musician?
Yes, I'm a visual artist.
Okay.
Yes, I draw and paint, and also basically I'm a nude artist.
What's the meaning of nude? Introduce me to. I want to know more about that.
My painting is mostly like, I don't know how to say it, but everyone knows the meaning of nude.
Yes.
That is the normal, the physical body of human.
So, what inspired you to do such painting?
I want to address more on African arts, like
Okay.
African that is our culture, our tourism, everything about art in African. So illustrating a woman's nude mostly is what I use.
Well, in the olden days, even up to now, nude is something that you try to keep to, you don't want people to see your, but I don't really understand
Okay,
this.
in the olden days,
Okay.
what our African beauties are mostly done on our bodies.
Oh.
That is the tattoos which our mothers do then. That is what they use as big girls then in those days. So if it is true that we are to keep our body, yes, I'm not disputing the fact that we are not to keep our body, but my painting is not entirely erotic to the stage of giving another notion to the audience. But when I paint, I give a better understanding, um a better story
Oh.
to back it up for them to know. And everyone that has been seeing it and reading about it in the past days they've come to understand that there's a different way I am coming up in nude painting.
Wow, impressive.
Thank you.
Now, which school did you go to?
I did my national diploma at the Polytechnic Ibadan,
Oh.
and I also finished at Laspotech, Lagos State Polytechnic. Now currently changed to Lagos State University,
Wow.
Lasustech.
Yes. All right. Now, can you tell us a bit of your background? What's your background like?
Hmm. I was born and brought up in Lagos, in a part of Ijegun, and in a family of four. I'm the first daughter, second born,
Okay.
and my background, it has been, let's just say, it has been God all the way, because taking myself up to this stage has been something that has not been easy, but God has been taking me through.
Wow, we thank God for everything.
Thank you.
Now, what do you intend doing after service? Do you want to be self-employed, or you want to look for a white-collar job?
No, I want to be self-employed.
Great.
Looking for a white-collar job now in Nigeria is just something else entirely.
I can
So,
tell.
aside being an artist, I'm also an event decorator.
Wow.
So I'm planning, by God's grace, that I establish more in my event decoration and also establish more in art.
What if you have an opportunity to collaborate with the Tunde Odolade Arts and Culture Connections? I actually learned that you'll be exhibiting some of your works this July. Am I correct?
Yes, you are.
Okay, so do you seek more partnership with Tunde Odolade Arts and Culture?
Yes, I do, because that would be a very great opportunity for me.
Oh, that's great. So what does art mean to you?
Art itself is life. I believe that art explains more about life. Art is something, it is our everyday activities, not only to the artist but to every human.
Art is life.
Yes, art is life. Everything we do is art.
Mm.
The way we drink, the way we walk, the way we eat, how we cook our food, sometimes in a creative ways is still art. So art is just life entirely.
Okay, let's go into tourism.
Okay.
By how do you relate tourism to art?
Firstly, I would explain tourism. Tourism is, in a nutshell, you going from your normal, where you are at the moment, going to another state, another country, another culture, to know more about their culture. That is to explore, to see how they are doing things away from home. So arts and tourism are just brothers, because in art you see more beyond what you see. The more you look at art, the more you see, the more you know. So art and tourism are brothers.
Wow. So let's quickly go back to your the kind of painting that you do. What actually inspired you to do such art?
My inspiration in art, in my nude painting, is just my inspiration in art, my nude painting is just to illustrate.
Okay, thank you very much. What exactly inspired you in with your job, with the art that you do? What inspires you? All right. Then the final question I advise for you is that what advice do you have for young people? What advice do you have for young about life? Just give them a word that would motivate them, because some people are looking up to you as an artist so that they can have a kind of courage to press forth.
Okay, my advice to young people is, do not see yourself less, and also don't settle for less at any point in time, at any level you get to in life. Anytime it seems like it's not working, just keep trying. And there's a saying that says that goes like this, that it is risky to take a risk, and it is even more riskier if you don't take the risk at all.
Wow.
So no matter what is happening around you, just keep going.
Just like the saying goes, a winner never quits and a quitter never wins. Thank you very much. So thank you very much for coming, Mrs. Olalemi. Am I correct?
Yes, please.
Yeah,
Miss
really,
Olalemi Comfort.
Oh, Miss Olalemi Comfort. We wish you the very best in your chosen career.
Thank you.
On the next segment of Oju Inu Agba Oye, we will be discussing about the world of creative economy. Please stay tuned as Adegoke and Asha will be taking us on a journey into arts.
As I get old, this world could cease to be. The world I knew as a child has changed, but for the better, I'll disagree. The world of the youth has changed its tune and its greed and money that would sing. The family unit has lost its fire. Mom and dad are doing different things. I still believe we are all the same. Love can heal the wounds and hurt most any pain. Put your arm around the neighbor. Tune up an instrument to play. Time is wasting. Lift up your voice. The time is now for a new song to sing. Everybody. Some white men say they have come a day when the earth rolls over in sin. If we live for one another in God, with open minds, the light will shine in. It's the spirit of the old deep down in the soul. If you listen, it'll set you free. Doesn't matter how many coins you have, live and let live bring us peace. because of you. Put your around the navel. Tune up that instrument to
log on to the Aloore Radio, www.alooreradio.com, and you can join this program also on Facebook on www.facebook.com/Aloore Radio, and also on YouTube, Aloore Radio. Today I'm here with my co-host Asha.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the program.
Yeah, as we all know, on this segment of Oju Inu Agba Oye, we talk about art, what art is, art as a creative economy, and how art impacts our society, and how we can use art to preach positive, to preach good tidings to the nation as a whole. Asha, last week we discussed performing art.
Yeah.
Where we discussed about dance,
drama,
music, yes. And we promised our listeners at home that today we discuss performance art. I said last week, a lot of people, try and meddle performing art and performance art together. But there is a distinct difference between performing art and performance art. So today, I would like us to do justice to that. What does performance art entails? What are the types of performance art? Or probably as a layman, when I see a performance, how do I know it's performance art and not performing art? And we would also try and look at notable artists that are very versatile and vast in performance art. So I would pass the ball to you, and let's enjoy this discussion. What do you think performance art is?
Okay, do you know most times when people watch movies, music, and drama, they always say, okay, I like this performance, I like this. Fine, everything, both performance art and performance art is under visual, non-visual art.
Visual art.
You remember last week when we were discussing the different forms of art, the visual and the non-visual art. Now, when we now talk about performing art has to do with, we talked about art being expressing of human feelings and thoughts.
Yes.
Yeah. Now, when we talk about the performing part, has to do with expressing through drama, through music, and dance.
Dance.
Now, people will now ask, then what is now performance art? What is performance art? Now, most times when we talk about music, dance, and drama, most of them are scripted. When we talk about scripting, in drama, you have your script. Most drama are scripted and non-scripted though, but you have your script lines
to guide you,
what
to do.
Yeah, but performance art, most times you don't even know what the end result will be. When we were coming on here, you remember we watched a video of Jelili Atiko.
Yes.
When he was brutally wounded, like he was beaten up because of a performance indeed in Lagos.
Yes.
Lagos is red. So now you don't even know, as a performance artist, you don't even know the end, what your performance will lead to. You don't have a script. You can't tell people that, okay, I'm going there to do a performance and it's going to end this way.
Okay.
Because your audience are part of your performance and they are not even aware of what is coming, what you're about to do. Now, when we now talk about performance has to do with actions created through display or body adornment or a creative way of or through installations. Let me explain. Okay, Jelili Atiko. Sorry, the reason I'm using Jelili Atiko is one of the best performance artists in the world. He's now lecturing in France.
Not just to Nigeria.
Not true. He's now lecturing in France.
Okay.
Now, there's this performance. I finished from maybe Zaria. So there's this performance art he did. He was putting on. Okay, let me use the recent one we watched together. He said Lagos is red.
Yes.
He now sew a clothes, red clothes, attire, now wrap himself like this, the Egyptian mummies. The way they used to wrap them from head to toe, dead bodies.
Yep.
He wrapped himself, then enter Ejigbo. Was he Ejigbo? Enter Ejigbo,
Yeah, Ejigbo.
then was doing performance. Now the point is, the red means danger, means blood, means disaster, means a lot of things. So as human beings, we already been tied by this. Most times people say, if you are going out, you don't even know what you're going to meet out there. So we are faced with so many dangers, and we was trying to depict that. Now putting a rope on his neck, that people are ready to commit suicide, and doing a lot of performance. That those are performance arts. There's another guy, they call him Yusuf Duro. What he did was that, you remember when maybe I don't know, maybe you did that. There's this motor cars children used to do using tin.
Yes.
Maybe
sanding
tins and the rest.
Buttercups.
He did one of the longest convoy of those things, close to 1,000 different cars like that. He now joined them together. It was Agbalagba. He was now moving it around Lagos State. Now these are performance art. They are not just doing, but they are using it to pass a message.
Okay.
So it can be scripted, it can be documentary, it can come in form of documentary, and it can come in form of live performance, where you call people that, okay, I want to do this performance, and I want to. I think with that, I'm able to justify between performing and performance arts. Yes.
Now, when we go back to performing arts,
Okay.
now we have an idea of what performance art is.
Yes.
It's not scripted.
No.
At times, or oftentimes, you might not know how it's gonna end. But in terms of performing arts, performing arts, most times as well, performing arts are not scripted.
Yeah.
Even on sets, take drama for example,
Okay.
or even dance for example.
Okay.
We say there is no mistake in art.
Okay.
You might have scripted something. Oh, this is what I want to do, and you end up doing something else,
Okay.
and it will come out beautiful. So oftentimes, or most times, these performing arts are not scripted.
Okay.
So what I still want to know the distinct difference.
Okay.
Because
Okay.
sorry to cut you short. You said performance art, it is not scripted. You don't know how it will end. It's just come to you.
Okay.
And it can be in form of installation or installations. And performing art, definitely, if I want to probably produce a movie or probably a stage drama, there has to be an ending.
Yes.
People used to say happy ending. So you have to know where it will end. Your end determines the reaction you get from your audience.
Yep.
You see some people movie here, you like the end there. I really say a movie here. Oh, I love how they ended the movie. And for some movies, it'd be like movie man need to. You understand? So now, in terms of performance arts too, is there a situation like that? Is there continuation? In performance arts?
All right. Let me answer the first question. When you're talking about scripted and non-scripted in performance art. Now, when we talk arts, performing arts, there's drama, music, and dance. So let me use drama as an example. Now, when we talk about scripted and non-scripted, every drama produced every drama production has a script and also have a part that is not scripted. Now, let me give an illustration. If you're doing a movie, definitely you must work with scripts.
Definitely.
Now, when we now talk about non-scripted drama, those are dramas that a good example of non-scripted drama are school drama, where the teacher can just put the students together and say, you, when you get there, you will say, come. You will say, no. You will say, do you get what I'm saying? They tell them what to say. So there's no need for a script to read.
Okay.
That's why they differentiate them as scripted and non-scripted. That does not mean there's no instruction on what they should do. That's performing art. Now, performance art, most times performance art has to do with an individual.
Okay. So are you saying probably 2 or 3 people? Okay, performance art most times has to do with one individual person. Okay.
You can now bring people together. Okay, let's do this. Like Duro Dollar.
Yeah.
Yusuf Duro Dollar, a Nigerian. He has Guinness Book of Records. His name is in Guinness Book of Records as a single painting holder. Like it was done 2021. So it's not yesterday or last month that we started winning Guinness record in Nigeria. He had the biggest. That's 9 square meters.
Okay.
Like individual, over 3,000 people painted on that canvas. That's performance art.
Okay.
So you can say, okay, this is what I want to achieve, but you can't tell people, okay, this is what I like. Drama and performance art, you can say, okay, the theme of this movie is love.
Okay.
Or you can talk about tragedy, tragic comedy, and the rest, and say, okay, this movie is going to end in a tragic way, or we end with tragedy.
Okay.
Now, when you're starting the movie, you know the end. Your script can guide you. But a performance art, you can say, okay, this is what I want to achieve. But you can't say, like that painting I just give illustration of.
Yes.
You can't say this is how this person will paint on the canvas.
Okay.
So you can't have a clear picture of what the end
would be. Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay, listeners at home, we'll go on a short break, and after that we'll come to talk about the elements involved in performance art. Thank you.
ẹ̀yin ará ẹ máa gbọ́ obìnrin kígbe ọkùnrin kígbe.
Yeah, thank you for joining us back. You still log on to Aloore Radio. I'm still on the segment whereby we discuss art. With me here is Asha, and I remain my humble self, Goke. So now, would continue to talk about elements, because to differentiate vividly between performance art and performing art, you have to know the element.
Yeah.
So that when you see a performance art, you will know this is performance art. When you see performing art, you will know this is performing art. So I would like us to, I know definitely in performance art, be it performing art or performance art, I know definitely there will be situations whereby space is important, time is important.
Yeah.
So I think, is that part of the element as well?
Yes.
Okay.
Generally, when it comes to art, there's what they call elements of art, which has to do with line, space, shape, texture, forms,
And many
color, and the rest. Now,
Okay.
when we are not talking about performance art,
Okay.
performance art. Now, sorry, I need to explain this for our audience. Now,
Okay.
when we talk about element of art or element of anything in art, it's just like you want to make jollof rice now.
Okay.
You need your rice, you need your
Pepper.
pepper. Thank God.
Your
I
oil.
thought you said butter. Okay, pepper,
Pepper.
pepper, and the rest.
Yeah.
To make those are what makes up the jollof rice.
Yeah.
So, element of performing art or performance art
Art.
has to do with those elements that makes up the performance art, and
Okay.
which number one is time.
Time. Yeah, definitely.
There must be a duration
Yes.
for your performance.
Okay.
You cannot, you can decide, my performance will last for so hours, it's going to last for time and the rest. So number one, you need time. Number two, you need space.
Okay.
I have a friend then, Oluchi. She's a performance artist too. What she used to do is, most times, all of us are even familiar with performance artists. I don't know, maybe you are even, this now I'm just remembering. When we were small, there are some people that will do mascots. They will paint themselves white. They will just
Yes.
stand like this
At parties.
that's performance art. That's a clear example of performance
Performance
art.
art.
So
Oh,
you
wow.
need a space.
Okay.
You need a duration. Now, where the time is coming from is you cannot stand like this and say you want to stand for 20 hours. So you have to tell yourself that everything people are doing, please, I can't stand more than
20 minutes,
so time.
10
So
minutes.
yes, so you need time, you need your space, and you need, this one is also important, you need the performer.
The performer is important.
It's important. You cannot say you want to
Okay.
do a performance art and
Okay.
there's nobody to perform it. So basically, those are the three elements I would like us to.
Very good you mentioned the performer itself. I just remembered something. I know when it comes to performance art, when you're talking about the performer, the body of the performer, the medium which the performer, like is the performance artist, the medium the performance artist is going to use, the performance artist's body in terms of, is there any modification or adornment and the likes, and also the relationship between the performer and the audience.
Okay.
It's very important.
Sorry, I want to say something to when we talk about performance art, I think reason why most of them
Yes.
don't show people their real face, let me put it that way. They don't let their identity out.
Yes.
It's because 99% of performance artists, they talk about politics,
Social vices.
thank you. They talk about things that are not going
Well in the
society.
Cultural party.
Yes, so to keep
tribalism and the likes.
that's one of the reasons why performance art was introduced. So you're behind there passing a message, nobody knows who is talking. Jelly Atiku also did a performance. He was putting on a mask that has to do with
Okay.
a ram. So he was there just saying politician, he was calling names. Was calling names of people and the rest. But tomorrow you cannot just go and arrest him and say you are the one. He will tell you, am I a goat? Am I a...
That's what's my mind. Can we say this artist Lagbaja can also?
Yes.
I know he's a performing artist.
Yes,
because
yes.
He sings.
Yeah.
But at the same time, that mask.
That mask. Although Lagbaja own, although they say there's one defense whatever now is Lagbaja. So I don't know, maybe it's the one or the real Lagbaja.
No, not the defense.
Okay.
No, I mean
now when we talk about Lagbaja, Lagbaja's own is to keep an identity, not to hide his identity.
Okay.
It makes him unique.
Good.
Just like art now, everybody has their own style. One of his own style is to wear mask.
Oh,
And it got to, I don't know maybe how true the whole story. I know there was a time whereby he was even doing, okay, if you want to see Lagbaja's face, you must pay so a month to see his face and the rest. It's just to keep his own art, but it can also be classified as under performance art. Under performance art. Then I would like us to talk about this, or let the audience know some of the importance of this performance.
Okay. What are the importance?
Because most time people think Ojuju. What are they doing? They are just painting, they are just doing there, they are just there. Number one is art generally is for communication.
Yes.
Art pass a message to the society. Art talk about a lot of things in the society.
Yes.
So as an artist or a performance artist, the first thing that you should have at the back of your mind is, what message are you going to pass out to people? What message is it going to be? Politics? Is it going to be the theme of the message you're passing out? Is it going to be about politics? Is it going to be about social change and the rest? Just like what we are saying now, we're talking about creative economy.
Art as a
creative economy. So how are you using your art? How are you using your performance art to pass a message to the community? How are you using to Prince Tunde Odunlade last week, we were having a discussion, we were there when he was talking about a performance art where an old woman was with a dog, if you remember.
Yes.
She was coming out of a mall. This is a performance art, it's not drama. It's
not scripted.
It
happened naturally.
The woman was putting she was wearing, is it a jacket?
For the dog.
For the dog.
Yes.
And she was walking out of a mall.
Yes.
So as she was walking, then there's this small girl. She
chilling
was out. She was so cold, and out of, how will I put it? Is it that she wants to give up, or out of frustration and despair, she said, "I wish
she's a dog. She was a dog.
Like how she was the one wearing the jacket. Like how she's even in the position of that dog. Those are performance art. So that means there's no stability in the economy. There's a great gap between the rich
and the poor.
So performance art pass this message out. It helps to attend to a lot of things that are going on. And one important thing is, these performance artists, they are disguising. You can't know them. Jelili Atiku had an attack where they beat him up. In fact, the Lagos state government wrote a letter that they should arrest him and all those stuffs. It was because, sorry, let me use this word, Uluzgard. He went on performance without his mask, without doing normal performing and performance artists.
Oh, okay. Thank you very much, Asha. I believe our listeners at home now knows the difference between performing art and performance art. In addition to what my dear brother Asha has said, I want everyone at home, to know that performing art, performance art, they are different. Performing art has to do with dance, drama, and music, while performance art has to do with live performance, has to do with a performance that is not scripted, and basically to pass message. It helps artists to give their voice, to pass their voice, their concerns concerning social change, political apathy, tribalism, and a whole lot of other things. So thank you for joining us on this segment of Oju Inu Agba Oye. I am Goke Animashan. With me here is Asha Adedayo. Tunde Odunlade, Art and Culture Connections. If you're in Ibadan or anywhere around Ibadan, do make it a plan on your schedule to visit the gallery, and I'm very sure you will not be disappointed. And a shout out goes to our host, our chief host, in person of Prince Tunde Odunlade. It's not here with us today because he has a very important assignment to attend to. Thank you for joining us on Aloore Radio. We are the same. We meet here same time next week on this segment of art as a creative economy. And we still have about 10-12 minutes before this program ends, and would invite a face you have known, our own.
We invite her for a performing art.
Yeah, for a performing art. Yeah, the one and only Ashantiwa. So you'll see her next on the program, whereby she would do her thing like she always do.
I want to try.
You really?
Yes. Next week.
Oh, well, you're about to say kick on the memo. You are free. So, thank you, listeners at home, wherever you may be, at home, in your office, you're driving, you are eating, or you're exercising. Log on to Aloore Radio. And if you have inquiries, you can make your call on 090-3985-3731. Thank you.
Kálukú ló ń kégbe owó, obìnrin kígbe, ọkùnrin kígbe. Kálukú ló ń kégbe owó. Àbí bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́? Àníṣe bí Sisi múra gẹ́gẹ́ wọn ká ẹ̀ mọ́lé. Àní bí Sisi múra gẹ́gẹ́ wọn ká ẹ̀ mọ́lé. Wọ́n wá sọ fún ẹ wípé mo bèrè ẹ títí wọn ò jíṣẹ́ fún ẹ ní àníṣe. Irọ́ ló ń pa o, owó ló ń wá yẹn. Mo bèrè ẹ títí wọn ò jíṣẹ́ fún ẹ ní àní o. Irọ́ ló ń pa o, náírà ló ń wá yẹn.
To Oju Inu Agba Oye. I hope you enjoyed the segment. Now with me is a well-known face that has not been here for a while, and you know her. She is Ashantiwa. Ashantiwa, you're welcome.
Ekuleo, Warali. Auntie Tolu, ẹ kú ọjọ́ méjì ọjọ́ mẹ́ta.
Ọjọ́ kan pẹ̀lú.
Gẹ́gẹ́ bí a ti ṣe mọ̀ pé èdè abínibí tèmi lèmi ó sọ. Mi ní bá wọn sọ fìtìfìtì how are you, how do you do? No. Ǹjẹ́ lè ooo? Ǹjẹ́ méjì ọjọ́ mẹ́ta mẹ́rìndínlógún èyí mi ni wọ́n mọ̀ lò ní tèmi yan bí lólú ọmọ rẹ̀ ló àbẹ̀jà ńlá nígbọ́n ogun bírọ̀ wọ́n lè lè ọ̀nà gbogbo ẹ̀yin olólùfẹ́ rédíò gbogbo yín pátá mo kí wọn ọmọ lọ́wọ́ kankan ǹjẹ́ gbogbo ẹ̀yin lè ìkànnì yìí mo kó ìdájọ́ ǹjẹ́ mísọ̀nà àti wá gan mo ní lọ́rùn ọmọ àti mọ yóò mọmọ ní dóbu ìyẹn lọ gbogbo lóye mi yéké
ọ̀fà lálọ́ lẹ́yìn.
ǹjẹ́ ìyẹn gbogbo lóye mi ìyẹ̀rù ọ̀kí ọ̀jọ̀ ń ro nínú ilé ìbábíyìn lọ́mọ àgùntàn bàbá ẹ̀yìn kìkì wà. ìwé lọ mi ìyẹ̀rù ọ̀kí ọjọ́ ọ̀la mi ọmọ abisu jókòó ìjà katakiti lórí òtòfà ìjà kan tí wọ́n ń jà ọjọ́ sí ìbájọ́ rẹ̀ bá lọ́mọ pín rẹ̀ là á gbọ́dọ̀ dìkan nílé ọ̀la mímẹ́ bọ́ba kó wọn róró mídìí rán ní ọmọ abisu gbádà tí ń yọ lóko lẹ́nu mo ní ẹ̀ mọ́ fi wé lọ orin mi ìyẹ̀rú mọ̀ pẹ́ẹ́pẹ́ tí mo kúnlẹ̀ wọn ọba ẹjọ́ mọ́ ìyẹ̀rú ọ̀kí mo rí mo dásàlà ńlá mo rí mo dásàlà ńlọ́bẹ ẹ ó sì rọra là mí bẹ́ẹ̀ jẹ́ ìpìlẹ̀ mi ìyẹ̀rú kí ọmọ ọlọ́fà mọ́jọ mẹ́bó náà ṣe ń wí pé bí mo bá wáyé nígbà gbèje ń bá wáyé nígbà gbẹ̀fà ọ̀la nígbà mi yóò tún mi bí mo bá wáyé nígbà gbèje ń bá wáyé nígbà gbẹ̀fà ọ̀la nígbà mi yóò tún mi iye. Ní gbogbo lóye mi yeke mo bá mo sọ sẹ́lẹ̀ mo rẹ̀ kẹ́ níjọ́ rẹ̀ ń bogún owó mo níjọ́ onírà ń bọ̀ ra wá ká ń bẹsẹ̀ sùn dágbó ó ní nítorí àṣẹwé nítorí àṣẹgi nítorí ọ̀bùn làpá tí ń bẹ́sẹ̀ wọ gbẹ́sọ̀ àṣùà bá yọ dẹ́dẹ́ mọ́yìn ingin ọ̀pọ̀ wọ̀jà ọ̀fàmọ́ká yọmọ ká ọba ní tí a fi ọ̀bọ òmàrà ọ̀bọ jẹ́ iye nínú ilé àbá tó bí wọn lọ́mọ ni bàbá ìfogun ojú já la wọn bó ṣe kí ló ṣe tógun ògbẹ́yẹ ṣe kò sígbà tógun ògbẹ́yẹ ṣe ọ̀yẹ́ gbé owó ẹ̀yẹ́ gbẹ pẹ̀yìn tinú oko ń sin pọ́n mú nínú oko ǹjẹ́ mo ní ẹ̀ mọ́ fi wé lọ orin mi mẹ́ẹ̀bẹ́ mẹ́rìndínlógún èyí ò wù mí ni ó mọ̀ ní tèmi yan bí lólú ọmọ rẹ̀ lú àbẹ̀já gbọ́n ogun bírò mi ò yìnyín títí mọ́dẹ̀nu lè bá bí mi lọ́mọ ibà máa fi kára fọ́rí mo bá wà lówó sòkòtò kẹ̀mbẹ̀rẹ̀ bí ìjà wúwúrú mọ́wó di ọmọ níṣẹ́rẹ́ ogun nílé ibà mímẹ́ mo tí ì dénú lé bá bí wà lọ́mọ iye.
Gbẹ̀rin.
Nílé
olóòníwá làǹtí làǹtí
mú bí lónìí lọ mẹ́rìndínlógún mẹ́bọ́ ọjọ́ mi ọjọ́ ire gbogbo lójú owó òjòjò ní ìṣòwò kó mọ́mọ́ nájà àti nígbà owó tí nínú ilé ayé láti Èdùmàrè lílọ ire ní bíbọ̀ ire ní sísun ire ní jíjí ire ní ire ẹ̀kọ́ Èdùmàrè orí mi àfirè lọ́jọ́ gbogbo ó dàbọ̀.
Ẹ ṣeun gidi gan. Thank you very much Ashantiwa for that beautiful piece. Thank you for joining us on Oju Inu Agba Oye on today's segment. Our chief host is not around today because he's busy trying to gather, so many information to please the audience. So we'll see you same time next week. Please stay productive. Cheerio.
This world could cease to be the world I knew as a child has changed.
We bring you everything from breaking news,
The president must know that this is a bad time for our nation. We must look for foreign support to save this nation.
world news, sport, music,
Girl, I just want me with you like guys.
and